Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to yet another episode of Our Life. If you've seen the last episode, you might notice that we're exactly at the point where we stopped the video. So yeah, and that's true. Basically, we're gonna make another video here today at the same day, which like in two parts. I don't know how to say it. Because I kind of want the videos to be like a maximum of like maybe 30 to 40 minutes long. And if it goes over that time, it kind of feels like it's a bit too long, you know. So yeah, let's continue off where we left off. Last time the summer ended, and we grew up basically to a teenager. We are now 13 years old, and last time, like before or during the summer, we were like 8 years old. So that's pretty cool how everyone has changed, and like that's pretty cool, yeah. So let's continue onwards. Hey, it's nice to see you. Yeah, you too. Oh, his voice turned into a teenager too. It sounds really anime-ish. That's pretty cool. Your grin widened even more every time he came. Your mood was brightened. It was already shaping up to be another long summer with plenty of time for the two of you to have fun together. His awkwardness over the task started to creep back in, so Cove nudged the gift closer to you. He was ready to be relieved of it. And with that, the gift was accepted. I hope you and your family like this. It's a pretty good gift. I think so anyway. He smiled earnestly. Dad spent a lot of time picking out the best size and design. There were so many options to choose from. Who the fuck says that to one's bro, man? I don't know about that. Thank you. Could you tell your dad we love the gift? Yeah. Mr. Holden's behavior really was different from any neighbor you'd ever had. Though after 5 years you were used to his antics, and you'd since made up your mind on what your opinion was. He was pretty weird, but he was nice. He was nice, I guess. You knew he wasn't completely perfect, but he always seemed to try so hard for the sake of others. Your thoughts were quickly interrupted by a shout. There you are! You shared a confused look with Cove. As one, both of you stepped through the open door onto the neighborhood street. It didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You spotted Derek just a few yards down the road. He ran up to you. Oh, we're gonna to see Derek! Oh, that's pretty cool. Wait, what the fuck? How does a 13-year-old look like this? What the fuck? He looks like he could be 17 or so, 16, 17 or something. Holy shit. Alright. I was happy at the sight of him. Derek was certainly a welcome guest in your neighborhood. It was a pleasant surprise whenever he showed up. And look at Derek! What? Derek looks like a 9-year-old. What the fuck? Echo looks like he's 16, 17. I don't know how I myself look, but I probably look the same as a 9-year-old, I guess. I don't know. After stopping a couple steps away, Derek hunched over to catch his breath. Then he looked up with a wide grin. He looks like the sporty type.
Hey.
Hey, my guys. Even his voice sounds like an 8-year-old. Or like a 9-year-old or something. I don't know. Look at that. Look at the shit. Look at the difference, my guy. Look at this. He looks like a little child, and he looks like a proper teenager. What the Alright. Maybe he is younger than us. I don't know. Maybe it's like with Shiloh. He was younger than us, I think. I was just at your house, Cove, but no one was there. Should have figured you'd be at Jamie's place. Do you ever spend time in your own home? Are you always just there? Derek laughed at his own joke. He either didn't notice that it embarrassed Cove, or the embarrassment was what he was actually laughing at. Derek turned to you, who's going to say more, when his eyes widened and he gasped, "What's that? It's fruit!" You followed his gaze, unsure, then you realized what he meant. You were still holding Mr. Holden's gift. It's kind of like a bouquet of flowers, but made out of fruit. Nice, can I have some? Oh, this is difficult. I mean, it's a gift for my family, so normally I wouldn't share it with my friends. I feel like that's the right approach, but at the same time I kinda wanna share it with them. It's a gift for my family, part of their worst, not hiding his disappointment. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Derek. Then he nodded his head as if to clear it. Anyway, that's right, I came here because I needed to say something big. He paused, possibly for effect. As some other kid here in Sunset Bird, Cove was as surprised as you were by the news. Such a reaction made sense. No one around your age had moved here since Cove did 5 years ago. Were they with their family? Maybe they were cutting through. Nuh-uh, the new kid was all by himself, just walking. Did you talk to him? Nope. I came to report, deciding right away. The kid had green hair, glasses, was pretty small and seemed really upset about something. I hope he did. Wait, green hair, glasses. He's not small though, he's like pretty tall. You blinked slowly, you looked over to your longtime neighbor. That sounds a lot like Yuko when you first got here anyway. It kinda does, doesn't it? That's weird. He sounded almost fun, a small smile playing on his lips. Derek snickered good naturally. I can see that really well now that you say so. But what do you say? Let's go find Coast lookalike. We should all meet him. I'll do it. Sure, I want to see who this person is. Derek grinned, then he pointed down the street the way he came. Last I saw him, the mysterious visitor was going this direction. Nothing else needed to be said. The three of you were off, with Derek leading the way. Oh, to the beach! Derek brought you to the beach, and as a trio you made your way down the shore to the old playground. You walked the familiar path in a comfortable silence. When you were almost there, you spotted the kid in question. His bright colors almost shone like a beacon beneath the rays of the sun. He scuffled around, kicking up the sand as he paced. It was true, he certainly seemed upset, but you didn't think he was sad, like you had an original picture. No. Oh, I'm sorry about that. No, with his erratic movements and scrunched up expression, he came off angry. You started to have doubts about this expedition. Maybe it would be best for you if you left him alone and let him sort himself out. Derek didn't feel the same. He waved wildly, calling out to the boy. Hey guy, over here. Okay, that doesn't look like Cove at all. How can you say this looked like Cove at all? I mean, he does have green hair, he does have glasses, but look at him. He looks like, I don't know. The kid whipped around, an impressive scowl carving deeper onto his face. His eyes were tight, but a strong hostile energy still radiated from him. What? What do you want? The sharp tone made Derek flinch. He shifted on his feet. What's your name? Jeremy. Was that it? No, I'm Derek. That's Jamie and Co. We were just walking around and saw you. Wanted to say hi. There aren't a lot of kids our age in the neighborhood. Wait, what? Oh, I skipped the conversation again. Please. Why? They did bring me somewhere stupid, of course. I knew it. What?
My parents.
My parents. They're the ones who brought me. I didn't walk to this town. Can you not figure that out on your own? Why is he so hostile? Right. My dad brings me to Sunset Bird too when he has to come for work and all that stuff. It's not bad. That earned him a glare from Jeremy. Derek winced beneath it, glancing away. It was a struggle to remain friendly with this Jeremy guy. I mean, I wouldn't want to come here for a real vacation, probably, either. That's an understatement. This doesn't count as a vacation. It's a waste of time, a chore. My parents' family is nearby and just had to come see them. Ugh. If they're your parents' family, doesn't that make them your family too? I get. Why is he so hostile? I mean, look at the sheer difference between Jeremy and Cove. This looks like the perfect like anime kind of lead or something, anime character. This looks like the suboptimal character that gets like harassed in school or something. I don't know. This looks like the popular kid that's like good at sports and whatever. That's a pretty good reason to come by. Did you want to go somewhere else? No. Jeremy crossed his arms with a huff. He turned away. They should have gone by themselves since they cared so often and left me home, but I'm not allowed to be myself. Pfft. It makes no sense. They're the ones who don't know how to do anything, and I'm the kid. As if that does anything. You turn to Ko, lowering your voice. The two of you aren't that similar after all. Jeremy must have had good hearing though, because he caught the private exchange and scoffed.
Stupid.
Of course we're not similar, my eyebrows aren't stupid. What the fuck you mean? Ko's cheeks flushed crimson at the insult. Couldn't be sure if it was out of embarrassment or anger, maybe both. Come on, you can't be. Ko smiled weakly. Okay, I'm sorry, your eyebrows are what the fuck? Why is this Jeremy person in such a bad mood? Why is he so fucked up in the head? Well, not fucked up, I mean like, it's children, even adults do this kind of stuff, I don't know. Cross your arms over your chest. You're getting really tired of this. Well, what is wrong with you? Instead of taking offense, Jeremy only parroted Derek's words in a nasally voice.
Wow,
What is
wrong with you?
Wow, I don't like it. Jeremy stuck out his tongue, sculpted away, throwing more sand everywhere as he went. You watched him go, hunched over until he became a speck in your vision. Silence reigned in his wake. The three of you tried to resist what just happened. I can't believe it. What a mean kid. Derek wasn't kidding, and by the sound of those earlier complaints, the new boy Jeremy was going to be in the area for at least a little while this summer. Derek signed in dismay, plopping onto the ground. You followed, and Ko did too shortly after. There wasn't much else to do. This sucks. I was hoping we could meet someone fun, hang out maybe. He shook his head. After a moment, he slowly turned to you with a hopeful expression. But, you know what would really improve the day? What? He didn't respond. Instead, he used the hand to point right at the fruit arrangement that you were still... Was I still holding it? You had completely forgotten about it during the mini-drama that unfolded. You had gotten used to the weight. Glancing over to Ko, you noticed he was eyeing the fruit. He must want some too. Why not? Let's eat. Derek perked up immediately at your words. He reached out for a skewer, hesitating slightly once he was inches away. Are you sure? Nodded. With an eager grin, he plucked out a prime row of fruits. Ko grabbed one for himself. After him, only you were without a skewer of your own. I want oh, these all looks great. What the hell is a grape skewer? And a strawberry skewer? Like a melon skewer, a pineapple skewer makes sense, but what the hell are these two? I want some pineapple. The pineapple was cut to look like a flower. It was the obvious first choice. Derek ate a pineapple skewer enthusiastically, finishing within moments. This is amazing. It's not different than any other normal fruit. It's kind of worse. These have been out in the open with their skins off for a while. Jeez. Hey, you two remember the land before time? That fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs all like the leaves that were shaped like stars. 3 stars. Yeah, jumping leaves looked so delicious when they did it. And there was that scene with the pretty trees and all the dinosaurs came in and picked everything often till there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome. I love that movie. Me too. The 3 of you continued like this for the next few minutes. Eventually the display was barren. It looked weird when devoid of fruit. It did help make you feel better, yeah. Derek was right. It was so good you were already brightening up from the earlier drama. Hey Jamie. Yeah? The 2 of you met eyes casually. That was pretty cool what you said back at the guy. Oh thanks, I was just saying what I thought. Derek chimed in while in high spirits. You totally owned him. I don't know what his parents say, but it's good at least somebody is around to tell him what's what. Yeah. Derek then leaned back on his arms. He contemplated the sky with a constant sign. So, are you both ready for summer break? Sure, let's go. Cool on you. Wish I could say the same. You feel like there's a lot to plan for. And what about you, Ko? Are you ready? Yes. Before I could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered. Hey, Jamie. Oh, not Elizabeth. Ah! Why her? Coming here and ruining the mood. Glanced over your shoulders to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing not to be pleased. I've been looking all over for you. Ma said you and Co ran off with the thing Mr. Holden bought for us. She leered over you with arms full. Oh, so where is it? You know what? I think we might have accidentally put it somewhere else. I'm sorry. It's gone. What do you mean, gone? You moved over to the side to face her completely. She shivered in on the bouquet in your hands, which was now populated exclusively with Skiros dripping in juice and tiny flakes of leftover fruit pieces. Her mouth dropped open and the tone of her voice rose. What? Seriously, Jamie, what were you thinking? It was supposed to be for all of us at home. Well, we were enjoying it. She glanced at Co, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you did have an in with the delivery boy, that was up to Mr. Holden. Co gave you a bent smile of support, which didn't help disprove her accusation. And ate it all while we were Sorry, Elizabeth. Elizabeth narrowed her eyes, not at all placate. I don't know what that word was. Oh no, I think I hear the mean kid coming back. We better get out of here. Elizabeth blinked, confused, and looked around. What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining, he just launched to his feet and ran off. Co hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek, but he sent a look to you from over his shoulder. You turned to watch Elizabeth, she stared back, brow raised. I'm gonna run. See you later, Elizabeth. Without a word, you two got to your feet and bolted down the beach. Unimpressed, Elizabeth rolled her eyes. They're so immature. You were like this once. How can you say this is just being a hypocrite? When you were like... When we were children, you would do the exact same thing. You would run around with us, catch fireflies, whatever. But that's how it is being a teenager. Like, you have this kind of image you want to uphold for some reason. She shook her head as she walked towards the house, not bothering whatsoever to follow. Meanwhile, the three of you made it back to the shoreline. Derek pumped his fist, grinning in triumph. We escaped and shall live to see another day. Victory! You threw up your arms in celebration. You chuckled together, walking further down the beach side by side. You definitely wanted to stay outside a little while longer. Later that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. You had gotten a bit of a scolding from your moms for not saving any of Mr. Holden's gift for Elizabeth, but you didn't get any real punishment for it. Oh, that's good. Instead, while you were out with the boys, Elizabeth returned home to share the news. The three of them went to get dessert on their own. Well, I mean, that's kind of fair. Everything. It was cleared even by your parents when everyone got back and the event was settled. I feel like that was kind of fair. That's fair enough. That was a while ago now. Your fingers drummed on the surface as you waited, your gaze trained on the phone. You were waiting on a call tonight, specifically from your cousin Leandra. You didn't want to miss it accidentally. Who is Leandra? Your uncle, aunt, and Lee used to live many hours away. Your families only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. A while back, though, they moved and were closer to you than ever before. You know how now hung out regularly. Oh, there's so many new characters we're getting introduced to. It's so cool. I like it. It's giving a bit of freshness to everything, and it's really nice. With school being out, you're positive she's gonna want to come over a lot. The two of you were the same age and got along well. She used to be really fond of Elizabeth too, but now that your sister had become allergic to interacting with her own family, it tended to be just you and Lee who spent time together. True. Preach it. She was your only friend who was a girl. I don't know what to say, dude. When I was little, I had a lot of girlfriends. But now as an adult, I don't have that many, but I still have a couple. I don't know what to say. Let's pick this one, I guess. I don't know. Even though you weren't a girl, you befriended them pretty well. Also had a lot of, what the fuck is a non-girlfriends? Isn't that just like a boyfriend? Why have they phrased it like a non-girlfriend? I don't know. What kind of gender someone was didn't seem to make any difference in who you got along with. Exactly. Then the shrill ringtone announced an incoming call. You jump before grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear. Lee, finally. Hi, sorry about the wait, Jimmy. It took forever to get the phone away from my mom. That's okay. There was static on the end as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. Oh. Wow. Okay, she looks pretty cute, Lee. What is that, like a diamond tiara or some sort? I don't know. Like headband? Diamond headband? I don't know. That's pretty cool. So can you believe school's actually over? I thought it'd never be done. Oh, that is adorable. Nice. Now we don't have to do any of that boring stuff, and we get to hang out whenever we want. Speaking of hanging out, Lee, can you wait a second? Let me just head to my room. Oh yeah. You got up from your seat at the counter. Luckily the phone was wireless, so you didn't have to worry about any cords tying you down. I would say if you could go from the living room to your own room with a non-wireless phone, that's pretty impressive. Your mom's had a rule about not moving the phone unless a call was in progress, which was why you'd been sat by its cradle waiting for Lee to call. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It was nice to keep everything in its proper place. But now that Lee had called, it was okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way up the stairs, smiling. Oh, look at that view, dude. Oh, it's like I'm on top of a hill and I'm looking down on a city. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, why does it look like a really big city when what's it called? Sunset Bird? It's supposed to be like a small village out in the boonies. I don't know. That's pretty cool. After you had arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you. You took a seat on your bed. Alright, I'm here. Cool. Hey, did you know the girl down the street from me has her own phone now? A cell phone. She doesn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Whoa, really? The thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Right? I wish I had one too, but my parents said I couldn't get my own phone until I'm all grown up. Well, I guess that makes sense. I think I had my first phone when I was like 11 years old. I don't know why, but it was a Nokia or something. And I used to play the Snake minigame on it. I didn't really use it for anything else other than like play games on it. I wish they had changed their mind. We could call each other every single day and no one would be able to stop us. How great would that be? That would be really great. We could even stay up late talking about whatever we want. Lee signed thoughtfully into the receiver. At least they said I could have it someday. I can't wait. She signed dramatically. I bet I'm not gonna get one until I'm all the way in college. Squeezing the phone between your shoulder and ear, you puffed up your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think of a time when normal school would be over and you'd have to choose whether or not to go to college. School was such a big part of your life right now. Studying didn't come, so even though you tried hard, you were about as hard as Mobley and got pretty average results as well. You never tried much, but still didn't do that bad. This is what like I typically would do. I mean, I never got like really bad grades, but I have never really tried that much. I was more of like, oh, you got homework, I'll just do it quickly, or I won't do it at all, and then I'll hang out with other people, or I would play computer, or I don't know, sleep or do something else, because I didn't feel like the need to do much else. But now looking back, I kind of regret not like paying attention. At least after elementary school, I regret not paying attention to this. But yeah, it's life sometimes. Coasting by had become routine for you. Teachers warned you that you wouldn't be able to do that forever, but you figured it was enough for now. You hope to do just as well this year, but it wouldn't be a big deal if they drop some. I was confident my grades would remain alright. You could definitely turn things around from here on. Yeah, you tried to sound engaged, but your mind had decided to go back to school despite the season. Lee knew you too well to be fooled. Sounds so spacey. What's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. I think about how we don't have to think about it because it's summer. That's what I'm doing. Let's make a petition for more vacation time. Yeah, everybody in class decided, maybe some of the teachers too. Though I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can do some good things there. You can just do more when school's out. That's true. I mean... learning new things can be cool, I guess. I just wish everyone did okay with how they taught the things, not just some people. Me too. It's the easiest way to hang out with people not in the neighborhood, exactly. If I didn't go to school, I'd never meet anybody new, no one really comes here. Gym is pretty great though. There was all sorts of sports stuff during gym. Oh yeah, it can be fun sometimes. But that was all. That's pretty much everything that's good about school. Yeah, point taken. Now I decree the topic of school is officially closed. Who talks like that? As a 13-year-old. We have to talk about the summer first before we start plotting the rest of our lives. I've got some plans already. Oh, tell me. I'm gonna visit my cousins. Chuckled, of course. What's something you wanna do? The first thing that comes to your head. I wanna swim. Yeah. I'll spend time at the beach. I could have guessed that one. You lean back in your bed, settling in as you continue chatting with your friend. Even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her, and you'll be seeing her soon, you found plenty to talk about. For one, the events of the day, you set up straight up. I was with Cove and Derek today, and we met a new kid. Like, at your neighborhood? His parents are visiting family, so it sounds like he'll be around for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like? He was mean. He kept snapping when all we were trying to do was talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone. But especially Cove. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. You want a boy to stay away before even meeting him? That's an unexpected twist. Her cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around, until they started to annoy him. Who are you to talk? Cole and Derek are always around. They're both boys, you know? That is not the same, I guess. Lee laughed at your rejection of the idea, deeply amused. Even though she couldn't see you, you shook your head at her, grinning to yourself. There was a storming noise approaching your room. Heralding... Oh, come on, Elizabeth, let me have this. Heralding the arrival of your irritated older sister. She flung the door open, a frown etched on her face. How long are you going to hug the phone? Glancing at your watch, you realized that your quick call had gone on much longer than anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one lodged on her hip. She noticed the realization on your face. Time's up. I'm still using it. Yeah, I'll probably say gotta go. I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, see you. Tell Elizabeth and your mom I said hi too. You barely pressed the end call button when Elizabeth whisked the handset from your fingers and began dialing someone new as she strode out of the room. Your mom's voice came from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? I'm using it. With that, she shut your door behind you. Silence was left in the way. That was one way to end your first day of summer break. Sometime later it got darker, so you lay in bed wide awake. Oh, look at that. That's like the moonlight shining through the window. That's pretty cool. That's a nice effect. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, staring over at the furrowed brows. From your vantage point, you saw only the moon and an open sky. You were confused. What had caused that noise? Frowning, you sat up and moved closer to the window. You might as well find the reason behind the disturbance. To your utter shock, your gaze was met by a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove? You squinted. Yep, Cove was right outside your window. I had to drink some more water. Hold on a sec. That was nice. Your house was very angular, and some parts stuck out further than others, so theoretically it wouldn't be hard to climb around on. Still, just somebody could didn't mean you expect it to ever happen. Oh, so he climbed up the window, what the hell? Cove looked awkward and unstable. His feet were braced against the section of the wall that jutted out. His arms flexing with the effort to keep him upright. With difficulty he waved and he wobbled, immediately dropping his hand in alarm. You hurriedly opened the window. Cove scrambled inside, nearly falling flat on his face, but he was able to right himself in the end. He released a breath once he was steady. Hi, Jamie. Oh, Wait, what the fuck? I didn't mean to press twice. I chose something I didn't want. If I rang the doorbell, I know your moms would have answered, and it just make me go home. I didn't really want to explain why I was coming over anyway. I don't want to talk about it. Well, besides for you, I mean, that's why I did that. As unexpected as this was, you were touched. Cove felt like he could tell you what was wrong. I might have tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Ugh. I really have to do something about my nose, like... I don't know what it is, but I'm having trouble breathing through my nose properly. Which is quite bad, but I don't know what to do about it. Dad, he was talking to my mom, still is properly. You raised your eyebrows. Cove had eavesdropped on his parents' phone conversation. I would have done that too. Cove looked relieved, a small smile played on his lips. Yeah, it's hard not to spy at least a little. It was about me. Are you going to stay with your mom for a while now? Every year, Cove was sent off to live with his mom for a few weeks. When it happened varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually he went during summer. Even though it was hard news when you found out he was leaving and you missed seeing him those weeks, you understood. To your surprise, however, he shook his head. That's what I thought too, but no, that's not what they were saying. My dad asked my mom not to have me leave this year. He said she could come stay with us here. You waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. You couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expression on his face. What did your mom say? You told him she'd come. I know she's coming soon, before school starts. Oh. You had heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories of what happened while he was visiting her. I'm curious as to how she looks. Still, it was one thing to hear about someone, and another to actually meet them very soon. You were going to see Cove's mom in person. Hell yeah! You were taken aback by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. You looked over at him. He was pacing across your room, his features painted with dread. Before they barely stay in the same room long enough to have lunch, now we're gonna be all together again, the three of us, after all this time, just for a few weeks. I know I should probably be happy they can talk to each other now. I'm still not. I'm just confused and freaked out. And now I feel really bad for feeling this way. Jamie, it's so... His fists tightened and his eyes became misty. I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already. I'm not a little kid. Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, you knew he was waiting for you to say something. The tense line of Cove's shoulders eased. Thanks, that made me feel a little better. Like I'm not freaking out for no reason. A momentary silence fell over the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You're woken up, eager for summer vacation. But now things seem to go so crazy. So much happened in just a single day. The mini debacle with Mr. Holden's gift, the newest addition to the neighborhood being so rude, and as if all that wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again. Your whole life was kind of like that, it seemed. Complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just get better with time? Jamie? The sound of your name said quietly pulled you from your thoughts. Cove gazed at you concerned. Are you okay? Yeah. I'm all worried about you. You don't have to regret about yourself for me. I want to listen to you too. Cove grinned reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but he knew it was genuine. He had come here conflicted and upset, only to not worrying about you. He really was a great friend. You know, I think I don't want to talk anymore about this. He looked away, his lips clinging into a line and rubbed at his arm. But I kinda don't want to go back home either. Could I stay a little longer, just doing something else? He appeared equal parts hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away? I got flashlight and some cards. Are you in? You tilted your head, waiting patiently for his answer. Cove perked up at your response, a smile appearing on his face. You immediately took a seat in your bed, not afraid to get comfortable in your room. Felt a little bitter at the sight somehow. You still had a lot of worries, but you were glad he was here. Not just tonight, you were glad he came into your life in the first place. That was a change you'd never want to undo. It felt totally natural to let him into your little world. That initial friendship had deepened so much over these past years, and you were certain there was room to get even closer. You joined Cove on your bed, taking a seat across from him, smiled at you again, but you could tell this time he was half-hearted. He was still easy to read. Though he didn't want to talk about his mom and dad, he must be thinking about what happened or was about to happen. What the fuck are these options? Okay, this is kind of like if you want to get a relationship with him, I can imagine. I'm like, I'm pat his back, yeah. He stopped and softly patted the back of his taller frame. It wasn't much, but I hope the contact helped even a little bit. Cove blinked, startled, before his expression softened into something more natural. The conversation was still unbroken, often by silence. At first, both of you were able to get into your usual candor. As your secret hangout session stretched on, you thought that you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. You hoped the day would never come when life decided that the two of you would have to part ways, and you knew Cove felt the same. You opened your tired eyes groaning as they adjusted to the bright light that was streaming through your window and warming your tan skin. Oh shit, has it already been that long? Yeah. I'm really sorry guys, but look at the time, it's been over half an hour. It's been like 40 minutes. Holy shit, alright. I'll have to end the episode here. Thank you all so much for watching, but I feel like we got introduced to so many new things and so many new characters and everything. It's so cool. And also seeing like them progress, like growing taller, being more mature, and them kind of changing personality. I mean, Cove is kind of the same, although he's not as shy as before. I'm kind of the same because I don't change. I just sit here and pick the choices I want to pick. Elizabeth has changed a little bit. She's like not wanting to play with us anymore, which is understandable, I guess. We haven't seen Shiloh because he's away. We met a new friend, Derek. We met a rude kid. I can't remember his name. And then we got a cousin named Lee or something, I can't remember. But that was pretty cool. Like, we met a lot of new characters, and I feel like there's gonna be a lot of things going on this summer, which I'm really looking forward to. It's gonna be really cool. So, thank you all so much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next video, although.